Most political commentators are terrible. They are bad people and they provide bad commentary. They criticise one side for everything, they never criticise the other side for anything. We all know who I am talking about. Amoral partisan hacks who don't have any principles. And they are very common. Many viewers like commentators who mindlessly reinforce their beliefs. They don't like to be challenged. They screech and threaten to unsubscribe if you disagree with them a single time. And so the commentators end up telling them whatever they want to hear. It is called audience capture. This kind of behaviour is incentivized. It allows you to grow a big following, and from that, you can make a lot of money. If I was a total hack, I could have a much larger following. Of course, I don't have a big following, because most people don't like commentators who have unpredictable and independent views. You are the exception. Thank you for taking the time to hear my perspective. Many commentators will desperately attempt to justify their preferred party's policies and behaviour. Often it is incredibly obvious that they will say anything to defend their chosen party. They work back from their conclusion. This gives rise to all kinds of inconsistent and incoherent arguments. We see lots of arguments that employ big words and sound smart, but have no logical substance at all. Totally irrational ideas behind a facade of big words. People think, well, I barely understand it, so it must be true, and the person who said it must simply be operating at a higher level intellectually. This is a common strategy. Another one is simplistic claims that sound intuitive but lack any logical substance when interrogated. Or disingenuous questions that have good answers, but their answers are too complex to be delivered in the relevant format. There are many strategies that these commentators employ. I think we need less partisan commentary and more principled commentary. People need to get better at hearing views that they disagree with. We shouldn't be listening to pundits who mindlessly reinforce all of our opinions. We need to be challenging ourselves. We should seek a more principled approach. Not this incredibly divisive, partisan idiocy. If a policy is good, I will support it. I don't care if it is considered left-wing or right-wing. We need to get beyond labels and partisan games. Some people will genuinely oppose a policy simply because it is considered right-wing or left-wing. And then they will work back from their conclusion and find some weak argument in a desperate attempt at justifying their position. Most of my favoured policies are left-wing, but there are some exceptions. I want military spending increased, I support having separate gang prisons, I want to raise the age of consent, I want a proper constitution to defend people's rights, I opposed vaccine mandates, co-governance, hate speech laws, and the ute tax. And these are just a handful of examples. But many commentators would struggle to provide a single issue that they break with their side on. My view is that a good policy is a good policy. I don't care what ideological perspective it happens to be associated with. I feel no need to justify the policies of certain parties. I like the Labour Party. I will probably vote for them next year. I have donated to them in the past. But I am not going to sit here and defend bad policy. And they do have some bad policy. But they are better than the alternative. I support them simply as a means to an end. That end is good governance. If they fail to deliver, they will get the criticism they deserve.